In this video, we will compare two top bodybuilders, Samson Dauda from the 2024 Arnold Classic and Nick Walker from the 2024 New York Pro. These two competed against each other at the 2023 Arnold Classic, where Samson won and Nick placed second. Now in 2025, Samson is competing in the Arnold Classic again, while Nick is absent this time. But how does Samson's 2024 look compared to Nick's New York Pro version? Let's break it down pose by pose. This video is based on my personal opinion and experience. You can agree or disagree. Footage or video may be low quality or mismatched. I apologize for this in advance. I respect all the bodybuilders and my viewers, and I respect your opinion. Let's start the video. In the front double biceps pose, Samson has an incredibly massive and imposing structure with extremely long limbs that give him fantastic overall flow. His tiny vacuum-sucked waist creates an incredible taper that is accentuated by his flaring lats. While his arms may lack peak separation and detail, his quads are just huge, deeply sliced and striated down to the bone. His legs create a dominant lower body presence, making his physique appear extremely balanced and aesthetic. The way he presents the pose also makes a difference. His ability to create a perfect X-frame adds to the overall presentation. Nick Walker, on the other hand, brings his signature dense, grainy muscle quality to this pose. His arms are some of the biggest and most detailed in the sport, with deep separation, peak and insane vascularity. His upper body is stacked with muscle from his rounded shoulders to his detailed chest. However, his structure makes him appear slightly blockier in this pose compared to Samson. His quads, while massive and conditioned, don't have the same dramatic sweep as Samson's, which slightly affects his flow. But where he wins is in sheer muscle detail and conditioning. His muscles pop out in every section, making him look like a walking anatomy chart. Next, Samson Dauda absolutely owns this front lat spread pose, and there's no doubt about it. His tiny waist, wide lats and perfect X-frame make him look like a complete powerhouse. When he flares his lats, they create an insane V-taper, making his upper body appear broad, balanced and aesthetic. His sweeping quads further enhance the overall flow of his physique, giving him a dominant, larger-than-life presence on stage. The way he executes this pose makes him look like a classic-era champion, combining size, proportions, and symmetry flawlessly. Nick Walker, on the other hand, has always struggled with this pose. The front lat spread has been one of his weakest poses throughout his career, and it remains a major flaw in his presentation. His lats don't flare out properly, making his structure look blocky and incomplete rather than wide and imposing. His naturally thick waist takes away the V-taper, and instead of an aesthetically pleasing flow, he looks more compact and dense, but not balanced. Even though his conditioning and muscle density are world-class, this pose highlights his weaknesses rather than his strengths. Simply put, Samson looks powerful, aesthetic and balanced in this pose, while Nick looks awkward and structurally disadvantaged. This is a clear and undeniable win for Samson Dauda. In the side chest pose, Samson Dauda emerges as the clear winner. His massive, full and round chest stands out immediately, giving him a thick, powerful and complete look from the side. His wide ribcage and full delts enhance the pose, making his upper body appear even more dominant and balanced. Unlike Nick, Samson has the ability to display this pose with aesthetic flow, making every muscle group complement the other. His triceps are thick, his arms look powerful, and his side leg is deeply separated with hanging hamstrings and a detailed quad sweep, adding to his overall completeness. His presentation and execution are flawless, making him look like a true champion in this pose. Nick Walker, while incredibly dense and detailed, lacks the natural roundness and flow that Samson possesses. His chest, although striated and conditioned, does not have the same full popping look as Samson's. His delts and arms are extremely detailed, but his structure makes him appear more compact rather than aesthetic. His side leg is shredded, showing deep muscle separation, but his blockier shape and shorter muscle bellies prevent him from achieving the same impressive side profile as Samson. Nick Walker dominates the rear double bicep pose with his insane muscle density, deep separation, and razor-sharp conditioning. His arms are some of the biggest and most detailed in the sport, with thick biceps that pop out and rear delts that are fully capped, creating an impressive 3D effect. His traps are massive and deeply striated, adding to his overall thickness and muscularity. But what truly sets Nick apart in this pose is his grainy, detailed muscle quality. Every fiber in his back is visible, from thick lats to deeply cut lower back striations. His lower body conditioning is also next level. His hamstrings are razor sharp, his glutes are fully striated, and his calves show excellent detail, giving him a complete, well-balanced rear shot. This level of grainy, peel conditioning makes his physique look like it's carved out of stone, solidifying his dominance in this pose. Samson Dauda, to his credit, has made huge improvements. His back is now thicker, his traps are fuller, and his lower back cuts are more pronounced. His hamstrings and calves have also improved, making his rear pose more balanced and symmetrical than before. However, he still lacks the deep separation, hardness, and extreme detail that Nick brings to this pose. Nick Walker dominates the rear lat spread pose with his insane muscle thickness, dense lower back, and deep muscle separation. His back spreads wide, but what truly sets him apart is the grainy texture and striated details running through his lats, traps, and rhomboids. His muscles look etched in stone, with every fiber and ridge popping out, making his back one of the most mature and conditioned in the sport. His lower body conditioning is equally elite. His hamstrings are deeply striated, his glutes are fully separated, and his calves add to his overall completeness. This level of conditioning and muscle maturity makes his rear shots look dense, powerful, and highly detailed. Samson Dauda has made big improvements in this pose. His width is impressive, and his lower back has gained more thickness and detail. His structure is fantastic, giving him a great V-taper that flows well from his wide shoulders down to his waist. However, he still lacks the level of separation, sharpness, and deep-cut detail that Nick brings. His back, while wide and full, does not have the same grainy, hard, and deeply striated look that makes Nick stand out. Nick Walker takes the abdominals and thigh pose with his insanely detailed core and deeply separated quads. His abs are razor sharp with deep cuts that make his midsection look like it was carved out of granite. His ability to tense and contract every fiber of his core makes his midsection one of the most defined and conditioned on stage. His quads are another standout feature, thick, striated, and deeply separated with feathering that runs all the way down to his knees. The combination of shredded abs and detailed quads gives Nick a hard, grainy look that makes him appear ultra-conditioned and peeled. Samson Dauda has improved significantly in this pose. His waist is tighter, giving him a more dramatic V-taper, and his quads have grown even bigger with better separation and feathering. However, while Samson has the structure and flow, he still lacks the deep-cut detail and extreme sharpness that Nick brings. Nick Walker completely dominates the most muscular pose with his freakish density, insane vascularity, and grainy conditioning. The moment he hits this pose, his muscles explode with detail, showcasing deep separation, striations, and veins running across his chest, shoulders, and arms. His thick traps, boulder-like delts, and carved-out pecs make him look ultra-intense and powerful, leaving no doubt about his dominance. His quads add another layer of freak factor, deeply separated, striated, and filled with vascularity, making his lower body just as detailed as his upper body. When Nick crunches down on this pose, his entire physique looks like a solid block of muscle, with no weak points in sight. Samson Dauda brings a fuller, rounder look with aesthetic shape and a dominating structure. His size and X-frame make him look massive, but he doesn't have the same deep-cut detail and shredded, grainy texture that Nick brings. While Samson's most muscular pose looks powerful, it lacks the raw, freakish muscle separation that makes Nick's version so overwhelming. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more bodybuilding comparisons. Also, let me know if you'd like more comparisons like this. Stay tuned for more bodybuilding updates.